Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip.
Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And even 20 yards and a first down on the game's very first play.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It leads to second and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Back to throw. He's got his man, Boyd. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now Joe Mixon. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
2nd and 11. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to go for it all. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. That first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 45-yard line.
Here we go. 180!
Check safety.
12. Hey, team 6.
36.
On second down, it's Coleman. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier. They'll run with Coleman on first down, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
I'm coming after you.
13. Hey, Delta.
Watch twist. Mike, 36.
Hey, gun.
36. You get one.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Samuel. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. Last year's NFL leader in field goal percentage, Robbie Gould, on for the Niners field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, Do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. Green brings it in. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
They'll drop to throw. Going deep downfield for Roll. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The 31-yard line.
Here we go.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Yeah, let's go 7.
1, Omaha. Back. Go ahead.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Here we go. Black 80.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight.
Hey, gun.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo completes it to Samuel. 18 yards, 1st down Niners. Samuel, the 36 overall pick in last year's draft. Played his college ball at South Carolina. Really good senior campaign, 62 catches, 882 yards, and also threw in 11 touchdowns for good measure. On 1st down, it's Coleman. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
11.
Line 36. Line 36. Here we go.
I got you.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Garoppolo. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
About 3 yards there to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 27, Garoppolo under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Wait.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a gain of 35.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. They'll set up to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Oh, he's got some breathing room. A big play there for the Niners. 64 yards on the ground. Yardage-wise, he's in the top handful of backs in the league so far this season. A great run there.
He's going to love that standing when it comes to contract time. But even more so, his team loves it because he gives them an identity and sets a tone.
Coleman now. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. His throw incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Last year's NFL leader in field goal percentage, Robbie Gould, on for the Niners field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Pittsburgh. Hey, foxtrot. There.
They'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And the 49er hands team does its job. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know. Defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
13.
This is Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Here we go. 180.
36. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go.
1, Omaha.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Carl Lawson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
So that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And Gold is able to put it through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
On the ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now they run with Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he's going to let it go. And got his man complete. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, 76 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. We've seen that a time or two over the years from A.J. Green, long, explosive touchdown catches.
And he is so good at playing the ball in the air and going over the top of people to make catches. I think his teammates call it playing a little bit of hoops or playing above the rim. He is fantastic at it and continues to get better as his career progresses.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Coleman. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
We go. 10-2 stop.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Say go.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
2nd and 10 at the Niners 41.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
218, chop it. Right up.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quan Alexander. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the... And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
First down.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now. 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10.
Say, come on.
Alert 3.
Coleman. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Strip that ball.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he's going to go down again. Jordan Evans, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This will be fielded at the 17. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10.
Got it.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
49ers 6.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7.
Hey, wahoo!
Here's a 2nd and 7. He finds his running back, Mixon. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
well, there's your first ROI, right? Return on investment of their first-round pick. His first NFL sack, I know they want him to be an impact player right out of the gate.
A lot of pressure to put on a young man, but I think you agree he has the ability to deliver on it.
And he just did. Probably the first of many sacks in a long career.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Geno Atkins got home that time.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Go! Hey, gun! Man!
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel with his first career NFL touchdown, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Gold able to tack on the extra point as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
49ers 13.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Watch 54.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
The Bengals on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw here. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. D Ford able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They will run again with Coleman, and he'll get it down here to the 43. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On first down, Garoppolo. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give them the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Garoppolo now, first down throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
21.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. 2nd and 6. Flushed out right. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield and try and hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
This quarterback now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Airing one out for Boyd. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly, costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
11. Hey, Delta. Check 26. Go ahead.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty,